What's everybody? Prince Elias, and right now I am trying to knock all these videos out because I got Oscar talk to talk about. I just did on my vlog playlist the Celine Dion concert recap, and so now I want to talk about Birds of Prey, the Emancipation Proclamation, identification of Harley Quinn. You know that long ass title. And that's the only negative I got, is the long ass title. Like, it shouldn't have been called Birds of Prey. We barely got the Birds of Prey. This was just a little mini intro to them, although spoilers, all the characters and actresses who played in the Birds of Prey were amazing. I love Huntress, and all the people in it were amazing. They did a great job. So that should let you know what this review is gonna be. But the biggest negative is we didn't get, we got the characters, we got enough of the characters, but not enough for it to justify the title Birds of Prey. It should have been simply called Harley Quinn. Or Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. Because this was strictly a Harley Quinn movie, which I am not complaining. Margot Robbie did an amazing job. She is Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is her. I feel like this character will define her career, and she's done a lot of great things in her career. Like, I love that movie, I, Tonya. She's done so much, been in a lot of films, but I think from now on, when you hear Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn's gonna pop in your head first before anything, because she's that good of a character. And I didn't have an issue with Suicide Squad. Yes, it's the weakest of, I'm not going to say it's the weakest of the DCEU, because in my humble personal opinion, I absolutely, with a passion, hate all of the Man of Steel movies. I hate Batman v Superman. At least with all its flaws that it did have, and I will admit it had some flaws, Suicide Squad was way better than those films. I'm sorry. I had a lot more fun. I enjoyed Suicide Squad way more. Even with the gangster thug Joker that everybody hates, I would rather watch Suicide Squad all over again than anything with Henry Cavill in it. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League. All that shit was boring trash. All that shit was horrible. Henry Cavill has the acting chops of a pair of rock. I don't give a fuck what y'all Witcher fans are saying, because y'all in love with him in Witcher, but I watched Witcher and he acts just like he did a Superman, which is not acting at all. It's horrible. But I digress. This is about Harley Quinn. This is a review about Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie did an amazing job. Ewan McGregor, I love that man. Man, I love everything he's been in. He killed it in Dr. Sleep, and now he's the big bad guy, the big villain in a movie of nothing but villains. Like, there is no heroes in this. Even Harley Quinn is not a hero in this movie. A movie about villains versus villains, villains and villains on top of villains. Ewan McGregor as Black Mask is amazing. I love it. And I'm not real big on DC lore. I've read a couple of Batman comics as a child back in the day, but I'm not real deep into all the lore. But I enjoy him as Black Mask. And I like it. I like his rendition of it. I heard some people say that it's not, like the comic books, but I really enjoy it. I'm glad that I didn't know anything about the comic book version, because maybe I would be a stickler and nitpicky and stuff. I like to not be that type of moviegoer to where I'm like, ooh, it's not like the comics. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm just a casual fan. DC, especially Warner Brothers DC, is really starting to get the picture that you should not copy Marvel. Marvel is their own thing. Marvel is Marvel for a reason. Marvel is wonderful and great as it is because they were in their own lane, and DC was just trying to copy the shit to be on the bandwagon and make money. They wasn't authentic with it, which is one of the biggest gripes I have with all of the DCEU movies, minus Wonder Woman. It was like, they was like, oh, we got to make a universe. We have to have Connect. We have to have an ensemble cast. And it was like, no, just do your own thing. Do your own thing. DC, just like Marvel, has an arranged wide catalog of characters and things you can choose from. Do your own thing. They don't have to always connect. And if they do happen to connect, okay, cool. But let it be authentic and let it be you, DC. And which is why I have been enjoying a lot of the DC films as of lately. Like, back with the Batman v Superman and Man of Steel and stuff, all that shit was trash except for Wonder Woman. And I think one of the main reasons, one, because of Patty Jenkins and her great directing and stuff. Two, because Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman, just like Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. Their role just fits her perfectly. And three, in a way, before Wonder Woman popped up in Batman v Superman and Justice League and stuff, that movie felt like its own thing. It didn't feel like they were trying to copy Marvel and do what Marvel do and all that. It was like Patty Jenkins, they just gave Patty Jenkins free reign. At least that's what it felt like, to be her creative self. And she was like, when I watched Wonder Woman, it was kind of like Patty Jenkins saying, you know, F the Batman and Superman stuff. I'm gonna create a story right here dealing with Wonder Woman and just let it be its own thing. And if she happens to pop up in other DC movies, cool. But if not, also cool. That's what it felt like. That's why that was the only film of, you know, early DC Warner Brothers that I really liked, until, you know, Shazam and Aquaman came out, and shoot, and even this recent Joker, which is not at all a part of any of the DCEU, it's just its own standalone thing. They are great. They are wonderful. And just like Birds of Prey, even though we are using the Margot Robbie of the Suicide Squad, it is its own movie. Like, it doesn't have to be connected to shit. Like, we don't have to, you know, Gal Gadot doesn't have to make an appearance, or, you know, Ben Affleck's Batman doesn't have to make a cameo appearance, or none of that stuff. Or even the Joker, Jared Leto's Joker that nobody likes, he didn't have to, they pretty much written him off for real with this whole, they broke up and now everybody's after Harley because she doesn't have his protection. It was like it was his own movie. It doesn't have to connect to anything. It doesn't even have to connect to Suicide Squad if it doesn't want to. Like, you can not watch Suicide Squad, watch this Birds of Prey, and still enjoy it, in my opinion. And so, you know, with Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and now this, I am happy that DC is starting to stay in their own lane and stop trying to copy Marvel. Just do you. The movies don't have to connect, and if for some reason a character or two does connect with the previous film, cool. We all know that Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman did help out, you know, Batman and Superman. She did fight along with Aquaman in the Justice League, but her next movie, 1984, doesn't have to be connected to any of that shit. Like, we don't have to see any Justice League characters in her movie. Like, she can just do her own adventures and be her own thing and have her own story. And that's what I like about Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. This movie was a lot of fun. It was awesome. It didn't, you know, I think the weakest thing is the story, because it's basically, okay, Harley Quinn broke up with Joker, or Joker broke up with her. She's heartbroken, she's upset, and now all of the baddies of Gotham who had issues with her in the past, it's like, oh, you don't have your man? We finna come fuck you up. Like, it wasn't like a real legit story, and that could be a con for some people, but for me, it was a wild ride. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I can't wait for any other thing where Harley Quinn has to do with it coming in the picture. It was great. Margot Robbie, great job. All of the cast, even though we didn't get much of the Birds of Prey, all of the supporting cast was great. Again, Ewan McGregor, Black Mass, awesome. He's one of my favorite DC villains now after this film. It was just amazing. I loved it. If you haven't, I'm sorry I'm being vague and not going into plot or anything in this review, because I want people to go out and see it. I want y'all to just go to the theaters and experience for yourself. I'm not finna do no spoiler review or tell you how it ends or anything like that. It was just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A great superhero movie. And I'm looking forward to what else I can't believe I'm saying that I'm looking forward to what DC has to offer in the future. I can't believe I'm saying that, because back with the Batman v Supermans and the Justice League and the Man of Steels, I hated DC. I didn't want to have shit to do with it. I was over it. I got tired of wasting my money on mediocre, crappy films. But after Birds of Prey, Joker, Shazam, I don't mind going to the theaters and giving DC another shot and giving them a second chance. I'm excited about what the new Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be later on this year. I'm excited to go see that. So DC, you guys are doing your thing. Keep doing what you're doing now. The formula you're doing now is working. Don't try to make a cinematic universe and be like Marvel. Let Marvel be the wonderful champions that they are in their lane, and you stay in your lane, and you will be a champion as well. Y'all can all eat. Y'all can all make money. We're gonna all see it. All the superhero fans are gonna go see it, regardless. Just give us a good product that doesn't make us regret spending our money. And I don't regret spending my money for Birds of Prey. That's it for this review. Next video that I will be uploading is Oscar talk and my feelings on the winners and losers and snubs and all this other stuff. And I will check you guys out in the next vlog. Peace.